come to see Dr. Jim is because of the modality program is so much safer than being able to exercise in the fitness center where I'm not supervised. And because I'm 84 years old, I really need the help that they give you when you're exercising and make sure that I'm not hurting myself. And I feel so much better. I just can't tell you how much better I feel now.
Background is I played an awful lot of athletics, everything from baseball to hockey, played college hockey, and been very active my entire life. And that's probably what got me here in the first place is I've had rotator cuff issues in both shoulders, but a little over a year ago I fell and completely tore my rotator and my bicep and had surgery and was introduced to Dr. Jim and Holly and had heard about this Be Strong modality and was interested, so came in and tried it. And actually probably within 2 weeks of my surgery I was actually in working out. I had a sling, but I was working out with my other arm. What it did for me was that it discouraged me losing any more muscle mass, which was important because then you have to start completely over. And then it started strengthening everything else. In fact, my left shoulder, which I didn't have surgery on, is now to the point where it doesn't need surgery. It's as strong as it's ever been. And in fact, both shoulders at this point in time are stronger than probably I've been in 20 years. Can do just about any exercise from push-ups to any of the weightlifting, etc., without any pain and actually more strength. In fact, I think I had my best golf game about a week ago. I'm hitting the ball longer and farther now. Using that modality just helps a tremendous amount in rebuilding that muscle mass. And it does it in a much faster way. I have a hard time staying in the gym for an hour or more. And with this, you're able to get that hour and a half workout in about 30 to 40 minutes, which for me is really helpful. In addition, they then got a cryo machine, and I've been using that. So I have a tendency of overindulging in my athletic endeavors, and so I from time to time hurt and have inflammation. So when I use the cryo, that helps take that inflammation away, and just makes the body feel better after you're done. So you're able to go out and do what you want to do. And well, I would rate it a 10. I keep coming back, and the reason it's a completely different program than your typical gym or even personal trainer. I've done them all. It's a much more individual approach where they really are able to focus on and actually understand, which I think is important, because you can go to a lot of gyms nowadays or a lot of workout facilities, and the people really don't have the understanding or the base of knowledge that Dr. Jim and Holly have. And that's super important, because not only are you working out and improving, but because they know what to focus on and how to focus on it, it's a completely different experience. You know, I come in for my workout and I start with the arms, and again, I only do 3 or 4 exercises. And I think what's important is it's with light weight. You don't have to lift heavy weights in order to get the results you want. And so I'll do 3 or 4, everything from curls to any shoulder pull downs, push-ups, those types of things. And so it really focuses on the muscles you want to work on. But again, I think the key is that you're able to get to exhaustion much quicker with much less weight. And you know, again, it's happened to me in the past, and I know it's happened to others as well, is that some people tend to lift too heavy of weights, and that really causes a lot of injuries. And so if you're lifting lighter weights, you just don't have that issue of the possible injuries. So then from the arms, I go to the legs, and I'll do everything from squats to lunges and those types of things. And again, and maybe I'll finish on the bike. And literally in about 3 minutes on the bike, you've gotten to complete exhaustion with your legs versus having to go ride for an hour.
I got introduced to Dr. Jim and SG Performance, I would say, about 2.5 years ago. I train and am still training for Ironman competitions. I have a very bad left knee. I'm missing the whole lateral meniscus on my left knee, so running has been just awful. In fact, it got so bad that being on the bike was really bad too. So meeting Jim and Holly, I came in and started using the Be Strong, and I was able to do squats and lunges that I couldn't even attempt to do in the gym without it. I'm not really even sure exactly how it works. I mean, I know the concept behind it, but it's changed my life. I mean, I was able to compete last year in 2 full Ironmans, 2 half Ironmans, and another triathlon called Escape from Alcatraz, all last year. Continued to work with Be Strong the entire year through the off season. This year, again, I'm doing another Ironman triathlon at the end of the year. I have a half Ironman coming up before that. So I can tell you, without Dr. Jim and without Be Strong, I would not be competing in Ironman competitions. And it's what I do. I'm a coach, I'm a personal trainer. I've sent 90% of my clients here to utilize the Be Strong, utilize the AlterG, and now incorporating the cryotherapy. The results, it's like you don't really measure how weak you were before, but you see how you get stronger, how you recover faster as you continue to do it week after week, month after month. So I'm actually really excited to continue my progress moving forward with Jim and Holly and with the whole team here to help me, achieve my goals.
I came in here because my kids are both skiers and they got injured. And my daughter got injured first, and I kind of watched her recover very quickly and be successful. And so I first started running on the treadmill or the AlterG machine. And I'm a person that's had multiple injuries. I was an athlete in college, and my knees, I couldn't run outside. I couldn't do some of the things that I like to do. And so I started running, and everything started to get better. I didn't hurt when I ran, and I felt good, and I could sprint, and I could do things that I could never do if I ran outside. And so that was pretty cool. And then I started doing Be Strong, and that was pretty amazing for me. I had watched Sadie do it, and I started to just go through their protocol and thought it was pretty interesting. And I used to lift weights, I used to do all sorts of things like that. And I travel for my work, and so I will have to go for like a week onto the East Coast, and so I don't have time to get up. I'm not going to get up at 5 a.m. and work out, and I can't certainly take an hour to work out and be able to work 8 to 5 all day. And oftentimes I have to speak when I work, and so that's difficult to, maintain your stamina all day and work out beforehand. And so I found that I could bring the bands with me, and I could bring an exercise band and a chair and my body weight, and I could get an exercise, like a full workout for myself, not as much as I would do in a gym, but I could get a workout done in a half an hour. And on days when I was really rushed because I got up late, I could put the bands on and I blow dry my hair with them on. So I'm like moving my arms and getting in this workout while I'm getting ready. And then what I'll do is put my leg bands on, and I'll sit at my computer if I have to do my emails, and I'll like move my legs up and down and do all sorts of stuff just to get a quick little workout. And I won't travel without them. I'm like really, really bummed if for some reason it doesn't fit my case, because I feel like it gives me like that extra energy boost that for my day. And it's not, the same workout that I'm gonna do here, but it's certainly really, really very helpful. And then the other thing that really is amazing is my son got injured really badly. He crushed his right ankle and has a plate and 5 screws in his ankle. And he came here almost less than a week after his injury, and he started slowly doing passive exercises, and with the bands on, with the Be Strong bands on. And then Jim got him onto an AlterG treadmill, and he started walking at very minimal body weight and moving. And he was told by his doctor he would have 12 weeks of non-weight bearing. And at 6 weeks, he was walking on his own. We went to the doctor to get our checkup, and the doctor said, "I am stunned at what you're doing." And he's like, "Tell me again what you're doing." And, and so he was excited, and that was exciting for us to see that. And then at 12 weeks, we went back for a checkup, and he continued to come in and work out and do everything and started to build his strength. At 12 weeks, his right leg, which was his injured leg, was now bigger than his left leg that was not injured when they did the measurements. And so what was really amazing about that whole process, been a person that's had multiple leg injuries, is he never lost his quad or his calf during that time. And usually you'll lose your muscle, like his muscles, or his leg should have been like my arm at that point, because he should have not had the movement. So that was pretty cool. So for me, just my experience, how I travel with it, with my kids, it's safe if you're injured. It's a definite must, any of the equipment here. But more importantly, it's really efficient. If you're traveling or you are in a time crunch, and it works.